and welcome to another episode of Games Tasker. This is a Halloween special. It's episode 6. I thought it was 5, but it's episode 6. And again, it is a Halloween special. So it's a weird one, right? Okay, so I was looking, thinking, okay, can retro games be scary? Is there anything scary? So, I mean, again, I always say PS2 down is retro. Anything else above it, PS3 is not fucking retro. Don't even start. PS2 is on the brink of being retro. And, yeah. So, PS1, PS2, I was like, okay, can retro... Without knocking the PlayStation 1 or 2, is there any scary games that you guys could think of? Don't worry if not. A retro game that you think scary that's not PlayStation 2, like the Super Nintendo Mega Drive, that's scary. Do you think that any retro game, like pixelated or anything, could be scary? I don't think these. I can't.
What's that? Ghosts and ghouls and.
Ghouls and Ghosts wasn't scary,
Ghosts,
was it? It was just.
It was just a horror themed. It was scarily hard.
Yeah. The Dark Souls of the retro games. Ghosts and Sonny played it for the first time yesterday as well.
Yeah.
What did you think?
Solid.
Yeah.
Solid.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? I actually completed it, and it took me 93 days to complete it. I did it on my stream, 93 days, and I hated it. And I hated every minute of it. And the worst part is, it just keeps going. There's no ending. So technically, I didn't.
What?
I got to the last boss, killed the last boss, and it goes, oh, yeah, so we're going to put you in a harder difficulty. And it just keeps going and gets harder and harder and harder and harder and harder. The Dark Souls of the retro gaming world. Ghouls and Ghosts. So the only game I could think of was Splatterhouse. Did anyone play Splatterhouse?
No.
So it was like you were like Jason, and you had like an ice hockey mask and then a baseball bat, and you just walked around, and it was just maggots, and you splattered them, and then it was just gore. It was just shit. And I don't think so. I mean, my personal opinion is retro games can't be as scary. I mean, PlayStation 1 had Resident Evil, Silent Hill, and all those, and they were scary. But yeah, what about you, Sonny? Do you think retro, anything pixelated, could be scary?
Nothing that I remember. Doing a bit of research, there was this game called Uninvited, but I've never played it.
Yeah, Uninvited.
And just from the images, it looked a bit freaky, but
I think there was a game called the Clock Tower, which was quite good. But again, it was just. I mean, Castlevania was supposed to be scary, and that I don't think you can have pixelated scary games. So. Yeah, so I know this is a retro gaming podcast, but a lot of the games that we're going to discuss are modern games and just games in general. So it's just going to be scary games because it's a Halloween episode. But if you guys are listening to this and you do know a scary game that's pixelated, let me know because I would like to play it. Yeah, but there was one, and I can't remember what it was called. There was one, and I can't even remember what it was called. And you was basically, oh my god, it's going to fucking bug me. And you basically went on the American frontier. Do you know when people went from England to America and then they travelled the West? You had to survive the West, right? And the chances of surviving the West were 13%, right?
It's called Oregon Trail.
It's the Oregon Trail, Jamie. Yes. Yeah. That was a scary game in a weird way. You know, you go, oh, right, I just beat famine, so I managed to eat today. Thank God. Oh, I've been bit by a fucking snake. You just no matter what, you just had shit thrown at you. Like, oh, okay, I've just dodged a snake, I've managed to eat, brilliant. Oh, and my cart's been blown over by the Indians, yeah, or tornado, or you've run out of food again, or your neighbours killed you, or run out of water and fucking meteorite. Well, obviously not a meteorite, but yeah, it was just constant, and it was scary. It was tense, and I've never completed it. So yeah, anyone listening to this, it's going to go more modern than it is retro. So on that, there's only so many things you could discuss on a Halloween episode. So I'm going to start with the goriest game. Is there any games out there that were fucking gory that made you go, oh, okay, now look at that. That's gross. That's gory. We'll start with you, Jamie. A gory game, because you're not into scary games.
I'm not into anything scary. I can't even watch scary films. So, on my own, I can watch them if there's someone in the room with me, you know, and I have to be brave. But honestly, Like, even now, talking about scary films, and I've got one in mind that I want to talk about later. And the minute I start talking about it, I know that I will have nightmares tonight and not sleep properly because of it. Because I'm a wimp. And I don't like scary films. So, yeah, so it's a tough one for me. I've not played many scary games.
Okay.
For the same reason that I've not seen many scary films. I'm a wimp.
So, a gory game. Have you got any gory games that you've played? Anything gory? There's hundreds of.
I don't know, because gore doesn't really bother me. I don't really. It's not gore. That's not. I'm getting freaked out now. It's not gore that scares me. It's.
Freaking out. I'm scared. I don't want to talk about it. What about Manhunt?
Mate,
Did you play Manhunt?
I did play Manhunt.
That
was mine.
Game.
Yeah.
That's a fucking disgusting game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's quite grim as well. It's just like. It's like the Mortal Kombats are quite gory, but it's not scary, but they're gory. I mean, for me, gore is like blood, guts, brains. I mean, pretty much all of the Mortal Kombats are quite gory. But yeah, if we're talking scary gory, it's got to be Manhunt.
Oh, all day long. Manhunt was.
Yeah.
Don't you start off with a plastic bag?
Yeah.
Then you get a piece of glass, and then you just go up to crowbars and baseball bats and. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just it was the one for me when you put it in as the question. I was like, yeah, it's definitely got to be Manhunt.
Manhunt, definitely. That was It was a freaky game, and it was scary because it was kind of like real, and it got banned as well. Didn't it get banned for a bit?
Yeah.
I
Well,
didn't know that.
Yeah, it got banned for quite a while in loads of countries. It got banned in the UK for a bit, and then they had to dull it down. So the original that first came out was really bad, like really, really bad. But the next game, I mean, for me, the goriest game is Until Dawn. That's quite a gory game. I don't know if you, Jamie, you've been playing Until Dawn, haven't you?
I recently, as in last week, over a 2-night period, me and the missus played and completed that game. And yeah, I suppose there is some gory bits into it.
Yeah.
But there's some fucking scary bits in there as well.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's more on the scary side than it is for me.
Yeah.
And the worst thing is, it's your fault.
Yeah. It is.
My missus has played it before. She's downloaded all of them for me.
Yeah.
Because there's a whole series of them, isn't there?
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, we'll play a different one each week." And then we played that one, and I'm like, "Well, maybe we should leave it a couple of weeks before we play."
I love how you have to play
What she doesn't realise is that she goes back home, and then I'm living on my own. I live alone. There's no one to protect me when she's not here.
I'm loving
we
it.
We need to go to Jamie's house after he's played that and just fucking start scratching the windows.
I'll do that anyway.
With his binoculars.
Always watching that Until Dawn again. Oh.
I'll have him tonight.
So we get it's a goriest game. Yeah, I mean, there's quite a lot of gory games. They're not. I mean, there's not. I mean, they're gory, aren't they? I mean, you've got Dead by Daylight. You've got your Resident Evils and stuff like that. So if you was going to, again, we just talked about movies in the last episode, so I wanted to bring it up again. Is there a horror game that you would like to be turned into a game? Because horror games, there's hundreds of good ones. But there's not many horror films that are turned into it. Or a horror film that you would like to be turned into a game?
It.
Ooh.
Straight away.
Yeah.
That would be good.
Who would you be, though? Would you be one of the kids?
Yeah, one of the kids.
Would you be it?
No, one of the kids. And it's just,
Okay.
it's literally just trying to get it and then switching from another kid to play that story, then switching to the other kid to play his story or her story. I just keep going through the story, going through the motions. Because I'll tell you what, the original It shit me up as a child. Like, genuinely scared me. I watch it now, it's like, this is absolute garbage. Well, why was I scared of this?
I was scared of It until the end when it was that really crap lizard alien.
Yeah.
And that ruined it. I wasn't scared anymore of it. But can I tell you what mine had been?
Go on.
Horror movie into a game, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh,
But you're Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be good.
How cool! You're Freddy Krueger. You've got to like scare them in their dreams. Till you, obviously, the more they get scared, the realer you get, so the more powerful you get. Till eventually you break out the dream world and just kick
And you're
off.
there. Yeah.
Yeah,
That is good.
Going back to that Inception call from the last episode.
yeah.
You see,
Into the dream world.
I don't know if you guys have ever played Stalker. You ever played Stalker?
No.
So it's like a shooting survival game. It's like I don't know if you played Escape to Tarkov or it's a shooting game, but it is a fucking horrible, scary game where it's like the humans in it are like it's a yeah. The film Stalker is it's hard to explain. It's like like Chernobyl. Imagine Chernobyl, and that happens, and the people in it are like zombies or whatever, and they're trying to get to him. I'd like to see that. I'd actually like to see Chernobyl. Actually, that's a game. Chernobyl would be quite good. Yeah. But again, it's scary. I mean, Candyman would be quite good. You could do that into a really good thing. I mean, Paranormal Activity would be a great little game as well. Because I'm quite.
How would you play that off as a game though?
So Paranormal Activity, you could do. So there's a game, one of my best games. I don't want to talk about it yet, but there's a game out there, and you can basically talk to ghosts and stuff, and you have to guess what they're saying.
Oh.
Yeah. So you would do it where you would investigate it. So you would watch the people getting attacked, and then you would find out how or what, and then you have to find the clues, and you have to like try and figure out what kind of ghost it is and something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, like an investigation story thing. But yeah, I mean, Paranormal Activity. I mean, the Blair Witch made a game and that was shit, but I would have said Blair Witch all day long.
Blair Witch was a great film.
Yeah, great film. Or I would like to see the McPherson's tape as a game. That was good. That was scary. McPherson's tape was that one that's like the Blair Witch, but it was the aliens.
Mm-hmm.
That was fucking scary. That was.
Room 1408.
Ooh.
So you're working your way up through the rooms. I mean, it's only one room, but you work your way through that hotel, through the levels. That was fucking that tripped me out. That did, because there's like two endings as well, isn't there?
Yeah.
It really tripped me out.
That's good.
Yeah, that would be a very good one. The Purge as well. It's on my list.
You could make loads of stuff with that.
Is that a horror film? Because I like that film.
I was breaking it. Yes.
Yeah, it's classed as a horror, I would say.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so I mean, there are these games out there that we do like, and like the horror games that you know, the films that we turn into games and whatnot. There's loads out there. I mean, but there is some fucking shockers out there, like really bad games. So, what's the worst horror game that you've ever played? Worst horror game, and mine, and I'm gonna get completely shut down for this, but anything from Resident Evil 2 onwards was shit.
Whoa.
Yeah, Resident Evil 1 scared me. Resident Evil 2 was a waste of money, and the rest of them were crap. It was.
Sounds like
mate, there were big monsters with massive arms, and it was just zombies at first. And like, do you know when like you first walk in Resident Evil and you're in the mansion, you're on your own, it's scary. A zombie turns around and he goes to attack you, and then you walk in, it's just zombies. And then in the end, you get obviously you fight that stupid spider at the end. But it's like all American films where that are horrors. This is what I don't like, is where the bad guy's chasing you, and it's scary, and it's a ghost, and it's scary, and then all of a sudden it turns into a CGI scorpion and it attacks you, and then and you think, oh, what a shit film that is.
Yeah,
it just ruins it, and that's what Resident Evil did. They just made the monsters bigger, they made him shitter, and it wasn't just scary. And yeah, Resident Evil are my worst scariest, what's supposed to be scariest games.
No. I can kind of agree with you there, but I think I just felt it. I felt it followed the continuation of Resident Evil.
I mean,
it just
for me,
kept going. But I get where you're coming from the first one. After
it just got shitter and shitter.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the fact that I like psychological horrors. I don't like horrors with Candyman or The Exorcist. I like to see stuff that, you know, where you can't really answer it. Do you know what I mean? Like it's something that fucking plays with your head. Like the Blair Witch played with my head. It really, really got into my brain.
Yeah.
And when I see like it was scary. It was scary, scary, scary until it turned into that, like Jamie said, a giant spider or whatever that fucking old thing it was. And you think, what's that? You've ruined such a scary thing.
Just ruined it.
Yeah, and that's what games do. And so that Resident Evil just ended up. I mean, you were getting chased by that giant thing that had like massive legs and massive arms, and it was wearing a police outfit. It was fucking stupid. Like, it just wasn't scary. It was just annoying. Do you know what I mean? What about you, Jamie? Worst, scariest game?
The game I picked is a really good game, but it wasn't scary. BioShock 2. I really, really, really loved that game, but at no time was I scared.
No.
But it was classed as a horror film. You look at any list, it's a horror film. It's a horror game, sorry. But for me, and that's why I put it on there, because it wasn't scary. And I knew you'd pick Resident Evil.
Not many people would have think that, because Resident Evil is apparently the scariest game, but it's not. No way. But no, I agree. BioShock's not as scary. The first one was. The first one, when you first got into the Rapture, and
I thought BioShock 2 was the better of the BioShocks.
Really?
Yeah, I really did. And then, but yeah, it wasn't scary at all. It was fun.
I think the first one had a few scary bits, but again, I didn't think it was that scary. But BioShock 2 wasn't scary at all. I don't see that. I wouldn't even class that as horror.
It's on the lists.
It's on the list.
It's on the list.
Let's
get it in.
It's on the list. Come on, Sonny. What's your
Again, I'm similar to Jamie when it comes to horror games. I don't play many, but I remember we got a free pass or a free download of Five Nights at Freddy's or something like that.
Oh my god!
And it was atrocious. Like, for free, it was still bad for free. It wasn't even worth it for free. Played it for a little bit, deleted it straight away. Took up too much of my memory, so I get this off. It was.
Wasn't there a massive thing on the internet about don't let your kids watch Five Nights at Freddy's?
Yeah,
it's telling you to kill your parents.
It was a Roblox thing, wasn't it? It was on Roblox, and I remember it was banned from schools. It was banned because it said shit on it.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, you go on Roblox and play Five Nights at Freddy's. There's some really weird stuff on it. That it's got like hidden subliminal messages, and they've had to delete. The guys created it to do it to make kids scared, but now kids, that's their horror.
Yeah.
So where we had Freddy, Jason, fucking The Exorcist, and all them, they're scary. Their horror guy.
Roblox.
But they played Roblox. They brought up on that, and then you find these horror games, and like the kids in school go, "Oh my god, don't talk in America because you see the fucking Freddy's." Like, yeah, that's that.
We had a bit of that.
Oogie
With, what was it called? Bloody Mary and all that. And
yeah.
Don't say a name 3 times.
Yeah. Don't do it in the toilet on your own.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck it.
Don't go to the toilet on your own. I've not heard that one. Oh no.
No, don't do it. Yeah, sorry, yeah. I meant
don't say Bloody Mary. Yeah, in the mirror.
Toilet. Yeah, on your own because you'll shit yourself.
Yeah, that's right. We went to the same school, didn't we?
I think we did. Oh god, but yeah, that one was again like just going back to the audience. It's not really the retro side, but when we're talking about games that were just shit and was supposed to be scary, it's just like I think they just thought we're onto a bit of a cash cow here. Let's chuck it in quick and let's get some money on it.
Yeah,
but yeah, that was rubbish.
There is one on Roblox. I don't know what it's called. I'll try and find out and I'll put it in a link below. But it's Michael Jackson horror, right? And it's no joke. So yeah, that's what it does. So you're walking around and all you hear is you're like, oh, he's here, and you're running, and it's just a square picture of Michael Jackson. And it's just
is it the one that's just like following you behind you?
Yeah.
Have
you seen it?
I've seen it.
It ends up being hundreds of them. They're going, and you're like, oh my fucking god! It's just Michael Jackson chasing.
Actually sounds quite scary.
It is. And this guy's like running, going, "It's fucking hundreds of him." And he turns around, and it's just one gut right behind him going, "Hey, hey, fucking run!"
They're just ignorant. Yeah. It'll be P Diddy next chasing you.
Oh, so I mean, now, I mean, this is just a quick question. Have you guys ever played a game? And I know which game's going to come up. A scary game that's hard. Have you ever played a fucking game? And it's only because I wanted to bring up Ghouls and Ghosts. Because Ghouls and Ghosts was fucking horrible and hard.
Yeah. I actually found Silent Hill difficult.
I was about to say that.
Yeah, I actually found it really difficult. You can obviously tell me and Jamie went to the same school for sure. We're struggling, aren't we? But yeah, Silent Hill was actually a really good, scary game as well.
Yeah,
I was genuinely scared, but it was really difficult for me.
Yeah.
I mean,
the puzzles were quite difficult, weren't they? And the fact that you were scared and you were running around and whatnot. I mean, Dark Souls is actually classed as a dark horror. Have you ever played any of the Dark Souls?
I've not played any Dark Souls, no.
Yeah, they're scary and they're hard and they're ridiculous. And I just wanted to bring those up because, again, Sonny played Ghouls and Ghosts and got nowhere.
Yeah, nowhere.
And Jamie played Ghouls and Ghosts and got nowhere, and Robbo did, and Brendan did, and you all got nowhere. And it's in the next season of GT of Games Tasker season 3. It is in there as well, so you guys get to revisit Ghouls and Ghosts Arcade. So yeah, that's why I wanted to bring it up, because it's a horrible game, and I'm going to keep making you play it until you at least do one level. Which none of you have done.
I do actually want to get past it because it annoyed me yesterday.
The thing is, when you get past the first level, there's 23 more after, and you're like, fuck, shit. And the first one took me like 3 days. It's solid. It gets easier, weirdly. So we're going to go into your best scary game. Best. And the way you guys are thinking about it, mine was Phasmophobia. Or Phasmophobia. So Phasmophobia, there's 2 of them actually. There's Don't Scream as well, which I'll talk about. But Phasmophobia is a game, and you literally, it's a horror game, and you get a truck, and you're outside a house, or they give you a house, or a school, or a barn, or something like that. That's it. That's your mission. You pull up in your trailer outside, and then you get to pick your tools. So you get to pick an ultraviolet light, you get to pick a cross, you get to pick some sage. You pick what you want to take in there, cameras, video cameras, and whatnot. And the aim of the game is to find out what the ghost is. So is it a demon? Is it a spirit? Is it a candula? Is it a whatever all the list of ghosts, poltergeists or whatever. So you go into the house, and you actually have to say, "Hello, are you there?" And nothing could happen. Or show me a sign. Tell me your name. And you have to speak through your mic, and it picks it up on your mic.
No way.
Yeah, and you'll sit there and you go, nothing's happening. And then you can walk around, and your meter, if you took a meter in there, it goes, beep, oh, someone's here. And you're like, are you here? Show me a sign. And nothing could happen for a while. And then all of a sudden, a picture would fly off the wall. And you're like, oh, it's there. And then smoke would... Yeah, Jamie, you would shit your pants. It's fucking...
Yeah, I'm not playing that.
Mate, it's horrible. And you see smoke coming out your mouth, so you're like, oh, it's cold, like something's there. And then in your ears, so the headset's set to it, so like when you're talking through it with the headset, it'll whisper and go... And you're like, oh, what's your name? And you go, Michael. And you're like, whoa, shit. And you've got to find out what the ghost is before you start going insane. Like... I've sat down, I'll show you some videos, I've sat down and my torch started flickering. I'm like, oh shit, my torch ain't working, shit. And then all you hear is going, and you're like, oh my god, my torch! And then you just have to leg it out the house before you get back, and then you have to read up going, okay, so someone was playing with my torch, the air got cold, and he was laughing in my ear, so you would say that is a poltergeist or something, and you tick off the lists. And if you haven't ticked off the list and you're not sure which ghost it is, you've got to go back in with your meters and your sage and everything. It fucking is horrible. Honestly, and I've never ever been so scared.
It sounds like a graft.
Oh, it's horrible. And then there's the other game which I'm going to make Jamie play tomorrow, called Don't Scream. Not tomorrow, on Friday. So Don't Scream is...
Are you going to see Jamie or something?
All you have to do in Don't Scream, I'm going to send you another video. So Don't Scream, you just walk and you've just got to explore. And the aim of the game is not to scream.
Yes, I've seen someone play this.
I've seen Liam play this.
Yeah, you saw me play. Mate, I've never, ever been so scared in my life. Donna, my missus, got off the computer and said, oh my God, I've got headaches. I'm grinding my teeth. I'm just grinding. Because you can hear, like you're walking and all you see is like a bird go at the thing, like the tree. So you look up and you look down and someone goes, you're like, oh, shit.
What?
Brilliant game. So yeah, don't scream. Phasmophobia is my favourite scary game, and still to this day I play it, and I've never ever been so scared. Like I panic, like I get heart palpitations and I can't breathe, and just
That sounds scary.
it's horrible. It's horrible. I'll show you some videos, and yeah, but the thing is, you team up with your mates as well. So all of us could go in. So like you could go, like Jamie, go into the garage, and I go, and then I'll go into the kitchen, and I go, yeah, nothing's happening. So all you hear is like, Jamie, is anything happening there in the garage? And you're like, nothing's happening here. Sonny, is anything happening in the bathroom? Yes, my torch is going. My torch is going. So we all have to run up to the toilet and try and catch the signs to figure out what the ghost is. And then like
That was your first mistake. You never split up.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Guaranteed I'll be dead first.
honestly, it's bad. I'm going to send you some videos. It's bad, and I've broken a monitor before. I've threw my joypad. I've just, yeah,
What, out of fear or frustration?
fear. I've actually
Wow.
turned off my PC because I've shit myself and kicked it, and it turned it off. But it's fucking horrible. So Phasmophobia right up there, and I love the game.
Check it out.
I do love
Check
it.
it out.
I do love it. It's scary. So yeah, Jamie, scariest game
For me, Until Dawn,
all day.
Mhm.
which is, and it's brilliant. You know, they all get in there. You've got all your different stories going between the different. And when me and the missus played it, I just said, right, you have the controllers. I'm just going to watch it. I said, I'll make all the decisions. You do all the actions. That's team effort. And she's like, right, because she's played it before. Just be careful how you answer. Your answers make decide stuff.
Mhm.
First play I got through the first playthrough we did, and we'd only lost one person.
Wow.
But then as they're running out of the house at the end, she pressed the wrong button and we lost another one. That was on her. That was on her, not me. But that whole series, like the whole each bit you have to go through, oh, brilliant. Really, really good. And you know how they have the cutscene when you're talking to that guy.
yeah.
Have you played it, Sonny?
Love it now.
Right, so the premise of the game is it starts off, you're at a cabin on a mountain, and you play a prank on a girl. She runs out, and her and her sister die. They're never seen again. So the following year, they have a reunion at the same house to celebrate like their lives, and from there onward, you have to make decisions. And I won't put any spoilers out there because you might watch it. You might play it. And then you have to make decisions. And your decisions decide what happens in the next, like further on down the game. You have a butterfly effect.
Yeah. Mhm.
And I suppose the goal of it is to get everyone out alive.
Yeah.
And obviously, depending on what you decide, more people die.
Aye. Yeah.
But in the cutscenes, you're talking to this. He's like a psychiatrist, or he's talking to you. And he's saying, why did you do this? Why did you do that? And the guy who's playing it in the game, have you seen the film Constantine?
Yep.
The guy who plays the devil, Peter Stormer. It's him.
Oh, right.
He's playing the character on the thing, and he's brilliant. And oh mate, it's just such a good game. And I can't really go into it anymore because I don't want to spoil it for you.
Yeah.
Because it's really good. And you need to play it soon because they're making it into a TV series, into a movie.
Oh.
They're making that game into a movie with Peter Stormer reprising his role as the
Nice.
intermediate guy.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. That's cool. And he's wicked in it as well as the psychologist, because he tells you, it's the way he says shit, and you go, hold on, why is he saying why is he saying the things that he's saying? And it makes you think about your decisions of what you're doing, and yeah, he fucks with you.
And there's little Easter eggs, like he'll ask you. You have to do like a psychiatry test, and it'll say what do you think of when you see this picture, and it'll show you a picture of a snake, and you'll just put, oh, I like it. What do you think when you see this, and it'll be a picture of blood and guts? You say, oh, I don't like that. Or a spider, ugh. And then in the next scene, when he's talking to you, there's a jar on the table, and whatever it is you said you didn't like is in that jar.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
But it's not like obviously in that jar.
Yeah.
It's just in the corner of your eye, sort of thing.
Love it.
It's really, really clever, really good game.
I agree. That's good. It's a really good one. Sonny, best scary game.
Best scary game. I've touched on Silent Hill, but it's definitely up there. My favourite scary game. It's actually my favourite game as well. Is Casper, PlayStation 1. It is a ghost. I'm putting it down as a horror game. It is scary.
Ghost. It's a friendly ghost.
He's friendly, but his uncles aren't very friendly. And I remember there was during the gameplay, like I think it's Stinky comes out and attacks you if you like go to a photo frame or whatever, or a knight and you switch its fucking blade left or right to try and open a door and it'll come out and go gotcha. That's how, and it made me genuinely. My friends will contest this. We all shit it. We all jumped. Whoa, fuck, got this. But it was a really good game as well. But it was scary. It made us jump. I was playing it like middle of the night, trying to get through stuff. I was like thinking, fucking, what about if we open this door or try to open? I think it was chest. You open a chest and Stinky or one of the uncles will pop out. And yeah, that's probably my favourite horror game. That is kind of scary, but fun to play as well.
Yeah, I mean, if it makes you jump, then technically it's a scary game.
It did.
I think.
100%.
Yeah, I think so.
It won't make anyone else jump, but it definitely made me jump.
So there we have it. I mean, that is our Halloween special. I mean, we talked about scary games. Again, it's really hard to talk retro when it comes to horror games because they're not really that scary. But again, if you guys think that we're wrong, please comment below and let us know. Jamie, have you got anything to add before we go?
No.
No. What about you, Sonny? Anything?
I'm currently figuring out how I'm going to sleep tonight.
I'm going to send you a Phasmophobia video in a minute.
I'm not going to watch it.
Phone's turned off.
I'm going to show you, and yeah, it's. To be honest, now I'm thinking about Phasmophobia. I'm actually thinking I need to watch something a bit light-hearted. I might have to go and put Friends on or something, just to make me think. Life's cheesy and good. I'm just going to do that.
That's it. No, nothing from me. Just happy Halloween, guys. And
Yeah.
like Liam says, just let us know if there's anything that we've missed.
Amazing. Yeah. So, I mean, again, I just want to say thank you to everyone who supported us. And the podcast is going way better than we thought it was going to go. We're getting more listens than we're expecting. So obviously we're doing something right and we're getting more views. So thank you everybody who's liking, subscribing, and all you guys that are listening. It really means a lot to us. And yeah, keep on the support, and we'll keep we'll keep putting these out. And I swore loads then. We'll keep putting these out, and yeah, thank you so much. Again, these video episodes are all available. If you've not listened to the previous ones, listen to them. And I'm doing the greatest arcade games. So yeah, I'm trying to find the greatest arcade game because someone said that you can't. And I'm going to prove them wrong that you can. I'm going to play every single one, and I'm going to say, this is the best game. Trust me, I've played every single one. That's it.
Undoubtedly.
That's it. I'm going to prove you wrong. So, yeah, thank you so much. That was our Halloween special. And, yeah, thank you very much.